to see all the kids sitting here and some teachers in the background, the staff who is present here. Before I start, can I just ask you like which grade students are here today with us?
7th to 11th.
Sir, 8 to 10.
8 to 10, class 8 to 10, right? Okay. Okay, so children, I have some time before I start my day. You know, I have to go to the office at 10 o'clock. Before that, we have some time. So what we will do is we will talk a little bit about space. I will talk a little bit about space, and then I would like to answer any questions that you may have. Okay? Is that okay with you? Okay, very nice. So today is 18th of August, and last year, 17th of August 9, I landed in India. So it has been 1 year, exactly 1 year today, that I returned to India after my mission. Was a time that I'm getting some echo. Check. Hello? Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so your noise is better, I don't hear the echo. So 25th of June last year was the time that I launched to space. So what I will do is I will share some journey moments with you, and since we are on screen, I will also share my screen sometime and show you some exciting videos. Okay? So it will give me a good start to you for the day to see how things happen in space. But what I'm going to start with is that when I was sitting on that rocket on 25th of June, and I traveled to space for a period of 20 days. For these 20 days, I have been training for the last 5 years, since 2019. In a sense, I have been training for these 20 days. And if you go back further, actually I have been training since 2002. So that is more than 20 years. 20 years since I have training here. So before I share my journey with you, what I would like to tell all of you, because you are in school today and you will, graduate, you pass out, you will go to colleges, and then you will do something, you will start your own startups, join a job, or do something. For any of the again, I think
Yes, sir.
just rearrange the screen. Somebody will join
Yes, sir.
separately.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for any of great thing that you're going to eventually do in life, it takes time. That is what my message to you is. You have to consistently do something for a very long period of time. Then you see the result. When you do well in your exams, it is not because you have studied in the last 1 week. You do well in your exam because you have been studying the entire year. That is what is required. So even in life, if you want to do something great and you want to do something big, you have to believe that you have to invest time for a long period of time. With dedication, with hard work. That is what is the first step. Okay, so with that in mind, let us go to space. I will start by telling you how the launch was. When you sit on a rocket, and I'm sure all of you would have seen a rocket launch on TV from the outside, right? How does it feel? It looks very beautiful, isn't it? It looks great, when the rocket is lifting up, the plume comes out and everything. But when you're sitting inside the rocket, it doesn't feel as beautiful. It is very violent. It is very chaotic and very powerful. I have been a fighter pilot most of the life. I have flown a lot of different fighters, and in fact, also you get a kick, a certain kick when you are taking off. When you engage the afterburner, there is a sudden, surge of thrust that happens, and so it gives you a kick, and then you release brakes and you get it on. But the kick in the rocket launch was so much bigger. It was so powerful that in those few seconds or few moments, I forgot everything. My entire preparation, the entire confidence, it just beat it back. Because it was not something I was expecting. It threw me off completely. It was very powerful. Because you go from 0 kilometers of altitude to 200 kilometers, but you also go from 0 kilometers per hour to a speed of 28,500 kilometers per hour. Just think about it, 28,500 kilometers per hour, right? That is the speed you navigate. And your body actually feels it. You get pushed back into the seat, your lungs get compressed, your chest gets compressed, you cannot breathe at that time very comfortably. Because your neck is compressed, your lungs are all of them are compressed. So you're feeling that force. It is very exciting, but it is very powerful. Very, very powerful. And so for a few seconds I was thrown off. And then what happens that after all these biologic activities, when you reach the environment of space, suddenly you find that it is very liberating. You are still strapped up, you're tied in the seat, but you start floating gradually, you start lifting. You are not sitting on anything. Once you reach the environment of space, you're not sitting on anything, you're not standing on anything, you're not lying down or sleeping on anything, because it is not possible. Everything is in the air, because you're floating in the air. Right? So you're there, tied up to the seat, but you're not sitting on the seat, you're just floating above it, just few centimeters of air between you and the seat. And from that point of time, it just becomes a very different world altogether. Because you have never seen this, your body has never seen this environment. And everything changes for you. So, first of all, space is a lot of fun. Not fun. Because you can do a lot of things that you cannot do on Earth. I wanted to do gymnastics. I was not a very good gymnast. But in space, I am an exceptional gymnast. All of you are great gymnastics space. Even before you have gone to space, I can tell you. And let me see if I can share a few. I'll share the screen and show you certain videos. Okay. One second, bear with me. Can you see my screen, all of you? Okay, great, fantastic. So could you see this? What I was Could you see my screen? The video that I showed you? Thumbs up if you are able to see. Okay, great, fantastic. So you saw how easy it is, doing barrel rolls, doing rolls in space, you don't have to stop. A lot of things change when you reach this environment of microgravity. There is no gravity that is pulling you, so all the blood from your legs, it shifts upward, it goes to your head. Your head goes up, it becomes bigger in size. Your heart is always pumping blood to your head on Earth against gravity. Gravity is pulling the blood down and your heart is pumping up to your brain all the time. So when you go to space, it doesn't have to do that because there is no gravity. So what happens is your heart actually becomes smaller. It reduces in size. It becomes smaller. And now what I'm going to tell you will probably excite a lot of you to go to space. Okay, before I ask this question, how many of you want to go to space even now? Okay, great. So all of you, most all of you want to go to space. That is very happy to see. But this fact will make you want to go to space even more. When you go to space, because gravity is not pulling on you, you become taller. You grow in height when you reach space. I was there for 20 days. I grew by 5 centimeters of height. 2.5 inches I grew. The only fun part is that when you come back to Earth, you come back to your own height, original height. It is not something because the gravity is not there, your spine decompresses. The gaps, they increase and you have some impact pain, but you grow in height when you are in space. On Earth, we are always using our muscles. Right now, when you're sitting on ground, when I'm talking to you sitting on my chair or you're not using it, so muscle degradation happens very quickly. So to prevent that, astronauts have to exercise on station for 2 hours every day, without fail. They have to exercise, and that is how you preserve muscle. Otherwise, you lose it very rapidly. At the height of 400 kilometers, again a question to all of you. I'll ask. How many of you feel that there is no gravity at 400 kilometers of altitude? Raise your hands. How many of you feel there is no gravity? And how many of you feel there is gravity at 400 kilometers? Okay, very good. But there are a few of you who don't feel anything, whether about gravity or no gravity. The second question is actually correct. There is gravity at 400 kilometers of altitude. The astronauts don't experience gravity. You don't feel gravity because you are always floating around the Earth. You are continuously in a free fall around the Earth. So whenever you are in free fall, you are not going to experience the force of gravity. We experience the force of gravity on Earth because we are not in a free fall. We are being resisted by the surface of the Earth. That is why you feel gravity. But if you are falling continuously, which we do when you are in space, you will not experience gravity. So everything is falling in space. The station is falling, the astronaut is falling, everything inside the station is falling. You hold, let's say, I hold this is a airport case that I have. If I leave this in space, it will stay here. It will not fall relative to me because both of us are falling at the same rate. So relatively nothing is going to fall. But when you go for Earth, your mind is still getting memories of Earth. So in the immediate few days, you are very hesitant to let go of things. You also don't want to leave anything. You want to hold on to something because you are afraid that you will fall. Even though nothing is going to fall, because everything is falling at the same time. So I was very hesitant to let go of something like this. So I would search for people and ask them, can you please hold it for me while I do something? In the initial first 2 or 3 days. And if we were experienced NASA astronauts who were there for certain months, they would actually look at me and laugh and say, "Kishore, slow down. You leave it, it will not fall, it will stay there. They will keep floating there." So that is what used to happen. And so let me show you that, how does this actually play out when you are leaving things in space. Once again, if you could see the video, raise your thumbs up. Okay, so you saw how I was leaving the camera and it was not falling on ground. I could leave it in air and then could do that. So after about 5-6 days, you really become comfortable with this idea. That you can leave things, you can float in air, nothing is going to fall. No, it is going to be okay. And then you are leaving everything, doing your work and collecting it and coming back. The problem happens that you get comfortable with this only in space and you come back. When you come back to Earth, things fall, which is what you get experience, but your mind is still in space. So I was here back on the evening of 15th of July last year when we splashed up. And the same evening I was sitting on my bed after all the checks were done, I was back home under medical supervision and I was sitting on my bed and I was replying to a lot of emails. At some point of time, I got really frustrated because there were so many emails that had come. I closed my laptop, took it to the side and I left it. How I was leaving things in space, And now I didn't know what happened to the laptop when I left it in air. It obviously came down on ground. But it was a very quick lesson for me also. Your mind is so powerful that it can make you believe things. Believe things that are not necessarily happening around you. That is the power that it holds. When you go to space, you carry the memory from your environment that is Earth. When you come back to Earth, you carry the memory from your environment that is space. And this is not only true for your physical reality, which is what I'm talking to you. This is also true. If you can convince yourself that you want to do something, if you can convince yourself that this is good for you, you will find that your body will always find a way. So very powerful tool. So learn that skill, that anything that you have to do, you have to first believe it in your head. Okay, so two other quick things I want to talk about. One is sleeping in space. Sleeping in space is also very awkward. It is very strange because there is no bed, there is no place that you are sleeping. You can sleep in air, you can sleep on the wall, you can sleep on the ceiling, wherever you feel like. You just have a sleeping bag, you get into the sleeping bag, and then you tie yourself to something, and you're sleeping in air all the time. So it was very, very strange in the initial part. And the second thing that I would like to talk about is eating in space. Eating in space is actually not very different. You have small food packets that are prepared very advanced, and there are certain techniques, certain technologies that are used to preserve the food for long duration. And these packets are what we carry. Once you open a packet, you have to finish that packet. You can use a spoon because the strongest force on space station due to microgravity is surface tension. So anything that is slightly moist will stick together. So when you use a spoon to take a bite, the food stays there because it is prepared in that way. It is moist. So you cannot have rice, you cannot have cookies, you cannot have chapatis in space because everything will break apart and fly everywhere. So you have things that are slightly moist so that it sticks together. But once it goes into your throat, after that digestion doesn't need gravity. And your body can digest food without gravity also. So that was something that I want to talk about from space. And when you're coming back in the atmosphere, when you're returning again, the changes that you experienced when you were going to space, when you were reaching there, happen in the reverse order. So now, when you come back to Earth, you realize that you cannot walk. It is not possible for you to walk. And it is very strange because all your life you have been walking. You have learned how to walk when you were a kid as 2-year-old, but now you've forgotten how to walk because your memory, the body that carries, it is not there anymore. So it takes time for you to learn this again. It took me about 7 to 8 days to start doing everything normally as I was doing before going to space. So your body carries the memory both ways. Once you go up and again when you come back down. And then delta, that initial 3-4 days is very challenging when you go to space, and again very challenging when you come back to Earth. Both ways, you have to learn this. Okay, so very quickly I have summarized what happened in space and I have talked to you about things that we do there. What I would like to do is I would like to show you a small video on how Earth looks from space. Would you like to see? If you have, you would like to see that video. Okay, so I will show you 2 videos. First one is a slightly longer video in which, so whenever you fly on the station around the Earth, you are always maintaining one orientation, one altitude. You are always maintaining that. But there are certain times wherein due to fuel conservation requirements or other requirements, the station changes altitude. So that is one of the videos that I would like to show you. Wherein the station is changing the altitude, and we will also see a very quick sunset from space. And it is very rapid, it is very quick, but it looks very beautiful. So let us have a look at that. So this is normally the altitude of the station. But after some time you will see that the station has started changing altitude. The vehicle that you see on the top right, it is crossing the path of the Earth. It will continue to do so. I will just move it forward a bit so that you understand how it is happening. See, now it is turning. And we continue to turn 180 degrees. And you will see the sun that is really bright, it will go behind the solar array and it will become manageable, and then eventually you will see a sunset. It has come out, the sun has come out from behind the solar array, and now we are going to see a sunset how we see it in space. It will be very quick, but it looks very, very beautiful. could see the video. Great. Okay. The last video that I would like to show you is a video of India from space. I don't know how much of light is there in your hall on the screen, but this is a light video, and if it is possible to reduce the light, it will be great, because then you will be able to see it. So we will be crossing from south to north of India. We'll be coming from Indian Ocean side, and you will be able to see bright cities like Bangalore. Definitely you will be able to see. Then we'll see Hyderabad, then we'll see Pune, and after that you will see flashes, purple flashes which are happening on ground, which are basically thunderstorms, lightning that is happening on ground, and eventually you will see a sunrise from the orbit. Sunrise is a bit slower as compared to sunset, and it's a very different, you can feel it. So, can you see the screen very properly? Is it bright enough?
Raise your hand.
Okay, let us go ahead, because this is a very dark video, so it may or may not be visible. Let us try. This is how it will look. So if you want to reduce the lights, you can reduce the light. Started to play the video. You see the flashes that are happening? These flashes are on thunderstorms that are happening on ground. And the green glow that you see, this is the curvature of the earth. This bright portion that is coming now, this is India. And the bright city that you see, this is Bangalore. On top of that is Hyderabad, on the left is Pune. And look at how the thunderstorms are happening all around the border of India. This is the India-Bangladesh border on the right, the yellow line. And now we are over the Himalayas. And this is the sunrise from space. So I have finished with my talk. I have shown you how space, Earth looks from space, how space looks from space. I have done that. But what I would like to now tell you in a very quick time is what India is doing. Right now we are pursuing our own human space mission, which is called Mission Gaganyaan, of which I am a part. And the mission is to launch astronauts to space from our own Indian rocket, our own Indian capsule, and from our Indian soil, and bring them back safely. After that, we are also working on our own space station, which is called as the Bharti Antariksh Station. And eventually there are plans to send an Indian to the moon by 2040. So all of this is happening right now when you are in school. But when we say 2040, it means 14 years from now. You will be after school, you will be working somewhere, and you have to make it happen for us. So this is your responsibility, not an opportunity, I would say. This is your responsibility to make it happen for India. Simultaneously, there is also a very big private sector which is coming up very rapidly. We very recently had an orbital rocket launch from a company called Skyroot Aerospace. This is the first time, and India has become only the fourth country to have this capability. These things are not small. This is very exciting. You can learn this, you can be curious about it, and you can go out there and build these things for India. So believe in it first of all, be aware what are the opportunities that are available for you, learn about it, and when you go out there, you have to think that, if you want to get into this, you always have to think really big. Think that you will make the best company in the world. Think that you will be the person who will go and plant the flag of India on the moon. I'm sure all of you would want to do that. And it will be exciting to see some of you being in the core and one of you or two of you going and doing this for our country. So the first step to doing something like this is believing in it. You have to first believe in this, that something like this is possible. You are in classroom today, but tomorrow you will be out there. You will be doing these things. So belief starts here in a classroom. And I'll be very honest with you, when I was in a classroom, sitting like you, when you are sitting like today I see you, I also had an interaction with Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He had come to my school. I never believed I could be a fighter pilot. I never believed that I could be an astronaut when I was your age. And that was my mistake. Only to have that belief, and work towards it. All of you will not become astronauts, and it is not required, but all of you can contribute significantly towards that direction. And that is what is required. So that belief is very important when you are sitting in classrooms today. With that, I would like to end my talk because I have to be somewhere else, and I also want to answer some questions that you may have. But I would like to give you a message that I gave to the country when I was in orbit. Before returning to Earth, you get a chance to speak to your entire country on camera. And when I was speaking to everybody in India, the message that I gave to them was this, which I also want to give you today. That sky was never the limit. Not for me, not for you, and not for Bharat. Jai Hind and Jai Bharat. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Could you please elaborate about today's topic is tomorrow's topic? Please.
Yes, I can elaborate about it. So the sun is referring to quote that I have been saying, and I have also mentioned it in the book that I have written, the second orbit. That today's copy is tomorrow's copy. So water on station is recycled. Water on yes, thank you. Thank you very much. I hope you are all reading it also. You will learn a lot of things about space if you read the book. Yeah. So what I have written is today's copy is tomorrow's copy is because the water on the space station is recycled. And when all of the systems are working perfectly fine, almost 98% of the water on station is recycled. So if you think about it, whatever you are drinking today, you are going to be drinking day after tomorrow as well. If not, because water burns away by it through the fluid. So that is why I have written that today's copy is also tomorrow's copy. Because water is not wasted on station. And this is what allows us to run the operations significantly because water is required. And it is not possible to carry everything from Earth, it costs a lot. So this is one of the unique systems which we have on station. So whatever you drink today, tomorrow or day after tomorrow, you will again find that same thing in your cup. That is what is meant by today's coffee is tomorrow's coffee.
A couple of sentences about quarantine.
Quarantine, okay, yeah. Quarantine is an activity that is undertaken before the space mission. All the astronauts who fly to the station have to be in quarantine for a minimum period of 2 weeks. And the reason is primarily medical. You don't want to carry any infection to space. Because in space, the air that you are using, that is the same air that everybody else is also using. There is no fresh air available. It is the same air within the modules which is available. It is clean, it is purified, but it circulates again, the same things. So you don't want to carry any infection. That is the reason that you get into the quarantine. Now, my quarantine was supposed to be for 14 days, but for some reason or the other, it kept on extending. Initially, it was some technical problem with the launch vehicle, then it was weather, and then there was some technical problem on the station itself, on the ISS. So, we ended up staying 32 days in quarantine. This is the longest unbroken quarantine in the history of human spaceflight. When first astronaut Yuri Gagarin had gone, and till today, no other crew has had to stay in quarantine for such a long time, unbroken. So it was challenging, it was hard because you did not know what is going to happen. You didn't know whether you were going to go or not go, it was not very clear. But we managed, there was a team, there was a supporting crew and everybody was there. But you did end up staying 32 days and it is a test of your patience, at these times. When you don't know what is going to happen, when you are very uncertain of the future, what do? How do you prepare yourself? So I'm written a phrase, in times like these, it is actually active endurance. Use it to your advantage. Use it to build your skills. Use it to devise the things that you have. Use it to learn something. Don't let it go to waste because there will be a time when this will end and you will have an opportunity. And for that time, you will be more than prepared if you have used your time wisely. So that is what I would like to say about quarantine.
What about your ND and your parents' reaction?
So I think, sir, you have read the book. Because you're asking questions from the book. This is what I get a feeling.
On behalf of students, I'm asking. They could have it.
Okay, fantastic. That is so great. So, ND and my parents' reaction. My parents did not want me to go to the defense force. wanted me to apply to NDA, I knew if I go and ask, I go and tell them, the answer is going to be no. They are not going to say yes. They are not going to tell me to go to India and write the paper. So what I did was I did not tell them. I went ahead and I wrote the exam. Yeah, it was in same city. I went and wrote about my exam and in January I remember, I wrote the exam somewhere in September. In January, the result used to come out. And something there was a newspaper called Employment News in which the results used to come out. And my friends came to my house with that newspaper, Employment News, because I think 12 of us had applied, me and my friends, and I was the only one who got through. So they came to my house to congratulate me. And that was the first time my parents came to know that I had written the exam, I had written the AD exam, and they were very surprised to what is this happening. So I did not tell them, but then obviously over a period of time, gradually they accepted, okay, if this is what you want to do, go ahead and do it. They were very surprised when the first time they realized that I have been through the NDA, but I did not tell them about the VVN exam.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, you had told us that you had performed multiple experiments in space. According to multiple sources, you had performed around 7 experiments. Could you brief us about some of them?
Yes, sure. I performed 7 Indian experiments which I carried with me, and I was also a part of 4 other experiments which were international. So total 11, but yes, we had 7 Indian experiments, and some of them were very exciting. As I told you, you lose your muscle very quickly when you are in space. So one of the experiments was to see if we can use certain supplements to prevent this muscle loss. That was very exciting. It was biogenesis. Then I also took with me cyanobacteria and microalgae to grow them in space to see how well they grow in the environment of microalgae, because they can be a possible source of nutrition for crew in long duration mission. They don't take a lot of space. They are very nutritionally dense, so it is a very good alternative to conventional food that we eat to provide the adequate nutrition to body. So these are a few experiments that I would like to. Then there were experiments on assessing the cognitive load on humans while interacting with screens, growing crops as well, growing seeds in microgravity. I took tardigrades with me, which are known to be extremophiles. So there were a variety of experiments, but all of them were designed with an aim to enable our own human spaceflight in the future. That was the intent. Thank you. Karting was actually very fun. It was not, I have done more challenging things in my Air Force career, I would say. In the military career that I had, there were many more challenging things. But karting had its own challenges. Technically, it is difficult to kayak in the ocean. When you are in the blue waters, you are not near the coastline, when you are in the open sea. If wind is strong, it becomes very challenging because the waves, the period of waves or how frequently they are coming in, the height of the waves, it becomes a very big challenge. And if you fall down in the water, then getting back into the kayak is also very, very difficult. So this is technically. But more than that, I think the challenge is that if you are removed from all the familiar things that you know, when your environment is known to you, everything is known to you in house. You come to school, everything is known to you in school. You know what to do, how to move around, and everything is known to you. But tomorrow when you pass out of school and go to a college, or pass out of a college and go into the real world, everything is unknown to you. So that unknown also causes a big challenge. So that is what I would say was the biggest challenge for this kayaking was, because there were a lot of unknowns which we did not know from before. That's a very big answer, that's a long journey, and it has taken me a long time. At this point with journey in the book, but short I would say that there are certain different things that are required for you to be a pilot, and there are certain different qualities for you to be an astronaut. And one of the steady. That is what I feel resilience is. If you have failed, no problem. Learn from your failure, move forward. If you have succeeded, great. Learn from it, move forward. That is what I would say that resilience is. That ability is very, very critical to you being an astronaut. And second, I would say learning to work in teams. Having the ability to work in teams, that is an essential quality while being an astronaut. Good morning. Is space more enjoyable than on Earth? Yes, space is a lot of fun. Yes, it is challenging. It is not easy on the body for the initial few days, but it is very, very exciting and a lot of fun. Especially when you go to space with a lot of friends, which is what happened with us. Thank you. Good morning. My entire journey in one word. The journey has been colorful or exciting, I would say, extremely. Whether it was airports or whether it was space. The feeling that I would use to describe today, having lived through everything that I've lived, would be grateful. Good morning. Class 7. I always liked maths and physics also. Seventh it was science, but not physics. But I enjoyed maths and physics. What? How did I feel when I was in space? I felt great. You don't feel good in the initial few days because it is very difficult to your body and adjusting to this new environment. But after that you become okay. What feature? Everything. Everything makes India beautiful. It is geographically, the location. It is surrounded by sea and all the sides. That itself makes it beautiful. But it is more than that. It is the feeling of flying over your own country that makes it much more, exciting and beautiful. Good morning. You people who are sitting in this party, you inspired me to write the book because I wanted to share it with as many kids as possible, and I thought that this would be a good way to, spread the story. I think so. I think it will become common. I think there are a lot of opportunities that are going to open up for people to go to space, and you guys will definitely see much more of it than what we are seeing today. And before you ask, so can we have this as the last question because I need to be elsewhere after this. Okay, Peter, please go ahead. Good morning, Peter. Fantastic. What a great last question. I would say thank you. The only message I will give you, if you ask me what is the path to success, what is the way to be successful, I will not have an answer for you. Everybody's story is different, everybody's journey is different. There are people who have done one thing and become successful. There are people who have done something else and they have also become successful. So there is not one single right answer to this question. But I will tell you a common thing which is, across every successful story, it is this, that your ability to not give up, that is what is going to decide where you are going to go in life. You may succeed today, you may succeed tomorrow, you may succeed the after. But you have to keep trying. You have to keep trying something new, you have to keep trying to improve, you have to keep trying to be successful over a period of time, long period of time. It is only then, that your success is assured. When it will happen, how it will happen, I don't know. But I can tell you, you will be successful in whatever you are trying to do. But you should always keep trying. You should never give up. That is what my message is. Thank you.
On behalf of VVN students, parents, and VVN family, express gratitude to you, sir, for taking your time and addressing our students and inspiring us. So thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot.